Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation, and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. It's time to let go of negative thinking, understand why you do what you do, and stop the self-sabotage with your host, Fran Excel.
Welcome to the show. As always, it's Fran Excel, your resident subconscious success mentor, helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out of your own way and live a life that you love. If you want to stop sabotaging your own success and let go of the stress, then you are in the right place, my friend. Make sure you download your free Stressed to Success guided meditation at bit.ly/stressed to success as my little gift to you for being here. Please do subscribe, share, review. It really, really helps people that need to hear this message find us, and I so appreciate it. In the show notes, you will also find details of how you can work with me and where you can get your mitts on my meditations, products, and printables. You can also find it through the link in my bio on Instagram, which is my second favorite place to hang out. So please do come join me over there at I'm Fran Excel. Tag me in your takeaways, slide into my DMs. I am here for it. So that is the formalities over, my love. So let's jump into the content. What's your relationship with time like? Are you in a committed relationship or is it complicated? When people first start out in business, time is one of the biggest reasons I see getting in the way. More specifically, that person's relationship to time. The funny thing is with time is the more that you say you don't have enough of it, the more that's going to be true. The more you train your brain to send you all the evidence that's true, the more you'll create things to do for yourself that you might not actually need to. I am a big believer that time bends to our will. I'm a classic person who's always got a million things on the go. If it's in the diary, you'll find a way to make it happen. We're often really blissfully unaware in all the ways that we unconsciously waste, in inverted commas, time. But I also see a lot of people thinking that they can't take time, particularly for themselves. And this doesn't do us any good either, right? So especially if the whole reason that we started a business in the first place is more freedom. So what do we do about this? First of all, we analyze how we're spending our time. Be more consciously aware of what you're doing with it throughout the day. And a really great way to do this is to track it. Pretty simply, you can do this on paper. You have a play about on our friend Google, you will find a million different time trackers like Clockify. There's ones that you can use for clients. There's all sorts of different ways. Find a way that fits with you to track it. You may be an old-fashioned pen and paper kind of person. That's totally cool. Just start to track it. For example, you may start to see that you've spent over 2 hours just lost in a scroll hole on Instagram. You don't know till you track it, right? Second, we start blocking time. How long do we spend on every day on email or on social media or client work or our own business work, creating content? Like, you can time block anything, including time for procrastination. Yeah. Who knew that you didn't have to answer an email as soon as it came into your inbox? You can time block that in. Just think about all the things that we've picked up along the way habitually through society. And hey, when you run your own business, you get to do things your way. Who knew? So next, we look at batching. Batching is essentially putting the same or similar tasks together. This could be social media content, writing emails, creating content, errands that you need to do. Yeah. Whatever you do every day or week, that could actually be done together while you're in the zone. Yeah, this was a game changer for me when I started my business alongside my job. Batching things and scheduling things meant that my business could run even if it wasn't me specifically doing that thing at that time. Game changer. And then we start looking at what we can delegate. This is a biggie. I don't just mean in your business, I mean in your life. I was talking to someone the other day and they delegate their ironing. You know, what can you delegate? Social media scheduling, design work, editing, the shopping. We don't need to go to a shop anymore. It all gets delivered from various different places. The cleaning, the gardening, all those things where you're like, ooh, I need to do that thing and I don't want to. And I know that this isn't a possibility for everyone straight away, but this is something to work towards. But you've got to have that list first. You've got to know what you can outsource and what you want to outsource. All those things you kind of wish you didn't have to do, but are necessary. They just don't necessarily have to be done by you. My VA, when I started, was a lifesaver. So many things just wouldn't have been done without her helping me out. Yeah. And my favorite way of looking at this to figure this stuff out is based on The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. In there, he speaks about a lawyer client of his who was battling with setting up a printer or something like that. I can't quite remember what it was, but you'll get the gist of it. He spent days getting stressed out about it. And Gay asks, so what's your hourly rate? And it was somewhere in the region of like $350. And then he asked, if you add that up, how much have you spent on this task? And then the lawyer did that terrifying maths and kind of went and paid the kid next door a few dollars, and it was done within minutes. The point is, you shouldn't be doing things that are outside your zone of genius. Ideally, we can't all start there, but it's what we work towards. The first things you outsource are the things in your zone of incompetence. We all have one. Mine's tech. Something that my amazing tech goddess, Kerry, does for me. She can do it within minutes. She created my entire SOS program in like a day. It would have taken me probably a year of pulling teeth. So then as soon as you can outsource things in your zone of competence, those are the things that you can do, but someone else can do just as well as you. And then you spend your time in your zone of genius, which is where you are the absolute best person for the job. It's amazing how much time you can create just doing the tasks that you're the best person for the job to do. Next, we get conscious and honest with ourselves when it comes to time. So many of us grew up feeling like if we had time for things, that meant that we weren't successful. That was the picture that we got. Many of us grew up believing that success meant no time. So many of us feel validated by being busy. So even if we don't have to be, we will create it when that program's running. Those being busy tasks come out to play. So if that unconscious program is running, why on earth would you want to find time? Wouldn't that look like or mean that you're not successful? It's so important to pick this stuff out. So what did you grow up seeing, hearing, modeling around time? Was everyone around you busy? Did they have time for you? Did it mean they had no time for themselves? Did they have time to do the things that they loved? And that doesn't have to be your story. The reality of time is that we always find the time for the things that are the most important to us, consciously or unconsciously. That's closer to the truth, right? Sometimes I don't have time is actually just, it's not a priority. And the important thing here is that we recognize that hustle culture is something that has been created and isn't something to be glorified. That is not what life is about, working yourself to the bone, hustling all hours. Burnout is not something to be glorified. Not feeling able to spend time with our friends and family isn't something to be glorified. Feeling guilty about spending time on yourself isn't something to be glorified. So is it time to clear up your relationship to time yet? So if you got value from this and you know in your gut that now is the time to step up and start rewiring your thinking and start changing things for yourself, then book in a free discovery call so we can work out what needs to happen to get you from where you're at right now to the action-taking success you know you can be. If you want my eyes and ears on your problems, then I work with people one-on-one and through my programs. You can find all the details to book in a call in the show notes, the link in my bio on Instagram and on my website, franexcel.com. So stop waiting for if and when and choose to change things now because you 100% can. I am here to believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. And as always, I hope you found this helpful and I will see you next week. Bye.